Today I want to talk about how I got into social media marketing. A lot of people assume that you need a marketing degree or traditional career path to get into this industry. But I would say my journey was quite organic and it started with something completely different. And no, I didn't just wake up one day like everyone else and think, let's start a marketing agency. It started gradually all the way back in 2016 when I started doing content creation. And that's where I learned how social media actually works. Let's get into it, the beginning. In 2016, I was still in high school and I started a beauty blog on WordPress. I also created an Instagram blog alongside it. What was I doing on this blog? I was sharing skincare reviews, makeup tips, and let me tell you now, I was probably not the best at makeup at the time. But you know, at high schooler with their hobbies, they've got to do what they've got to do, right? I was highly inspired by Michelle Phan, so I thought, let's be just like her. Let's do my reviews, my tips and tricks as well. But I was too scared to put my face in front of the camera and shoot videos. And I also thought at the time, I think I was using an iPod or something. I don't think I had great camera equipment. And I'm also shy, so let's not film a YouTube video. Let's start small. Let's start where people can't see my face. And at the time, I wasn't even thinking that this was marketing at all. I just thought one of my favorite YouTubers in the world does this. Let's copy her. Short form videos wasn't really a thing on social media. I was pretty much just experimenting with photography, creating content, and learning how social media worked at that time. But without realizing it, I was learning core marketing skills. This would include things like how to create engaging content, building an audience, how to effectively communicate with people online, and understanding what your target audience really wants. At the time, the blog and Instagram grew and built its little community. When I look back, I was actually learning so much without realizing it. I was learning skills like content creation, storyboarding, storytelling, visual branding, audience engagement, and how to be consistent online, which is very important. And these are the exact skills that social media marketers use today. And at the time, I thought I was just blogging. But really, I was actually learning fundamental digital marketing skills. Now it's time to fast forward to 2021 where I closed that chapter. And by that time, the blog has run its course. My interest shifts and that's just life. Like you used to love something, but it's not your thing anymore. It built a really nice community, but I just felt like I didn't align with that blog anymore. People grow up, their interests change. And this is what I like to tell people all the time, that your first project isn't something that you need to stick with forever. But what is important to take out of this is that the first project that you work on, you'll learn so many skills that you will take with you forever. Now it's time to fast forward to 2022 where I start my Melbourne Foodie blog. This was probably around the end of the COVID lockdowns and I feel like I was just scrolling on Instagram and TikTok all day and everyone's like, this is the best restaurant in Melbourne, best food, the viral places, you have to try this, you have to try that. I was sucked in. And I thought to myself, I love creating content on Instagram. I've been doing this for ages. I love food. Who doesn't love food? That's my love language. That's who I am. And I'm a big back. I thought to myself, I love cooking. I love food. I love eating out. And I love photography, so maybe it's time to delve into this new project. And I know it's completely different. I switched from the beauty niche and I started a brand new niche with my partner. We were basically doing food reviews for a lot of restaurants. I started off mainly posting images and carousels. And then all of a sudden, the social media landscape changed. And I was like, my reach is so terrible and no one's really interacting with my content. Then I was auditing other people's pages without even realizing. And I was like, I think video performs really well now, so let's get into that. Then I started exploring different ways of editing videos because I was like, the nice cute shots are fun, but people like the voiceovers. So I started doing voiceovers and I actually had a few of my Melbourne Foodie blog videos go viral and I was like, no way, this is insane. I'm just doing this for fun. But just seeing that little change and going, wait, this is not great. Let's try something new. And it worked really well. And that's what social media managers do all the time when they go, my clients have been doing this for ages. Let's see what's actually working in the industry. This is working. Let's do that. And I didn't even know I was learning these skills and I was doing it behind the scenes. What skills did I develop while running my food blog? I became so much better at storytelling. My photography skills have gotten better. I wouldn't say I'm a professional. I'm a content creator, not a photographer, guys. My content planning, becoming very consistent at social media, and I started making a social media strategy without even realizing that I was doing that. And if you know the food content niche, food is very visual. If it looks appealing, people are going to want to stay. But when you see aesthetic shots online, like I keep talking about in my videos, people don't care about aesthetics. People need you to give them the emotional value to it. It's like, I ate this and it made me feel amazing. This is great value. Talk about the hip pocket. People care about money. And just psychological appeals as well. So the visual appeal and the psychological appeal. People care about food because how it makes them feel. And of course, if it tastes nice as well. That same year in 2022, I also discovered UGC. I started doing UGC, I think, in November or December of 2022. And I thought it was a pyramid scheme at the start. I'm not going to lie, because people were like saying, okay, I'm going to post a bunch of videos online and it's going to make me rich. And sometimes you don't even need to show your face. And I thought, I've been roped into these scams too many times. Is this happening again? But no, UGC is not that. UGC is basically content creation or similar to influencer marketing, but you're not using your influence. You're speaking in the tone of voice of the brand. UGC basically stands for user-generated content. And what is that? Could be photos, videos, testimonials. Testimonials in the sense where it's like a product review, or it could be literally a review that you post on their website. Anything created by a user that isn't a celebrity or a high-profile influencer. What is it really? You're creating content as a quote-unquote regular person. Feels more authentic because people are so sick of their favorite celebrity or influencer posting. They've lost trust, and that's where UGC bridges the gap. And doing UGC pretty much opened my mind to a different world of social media, and it made me think, I'm just creating content for myself. Why don't I start creating content for businesses? When I started UGC, I learned so many things about marketing. UGC helped me learn what brands are actually looking for, how content influences purchasing decision, and how authentic content performs compared to traditional ads. It also gave me insight into audience psychology, brand messaging, and content performance. Essentially, working on my food blog at UGC showed me the power of social media for brands. Now it's time to fast forward to 2024, where I started Estelledia. In 2024, I took a leap of faith and thought to myself, let's start this social media marketing agency. And when I launched my business, we were mainly focusing on social media management at the time. And I think I'm very grateful and lucky because I have a wealth of knowledge of content creation. I was blogging, creating content, making videos, doing voiceovers, storyboarding, creating content pillars. I was creating content pillars before I knew I needed to do that, creating a strategy without even realizing what I was actually doing. I knew what was appealing to the audience in terms of food marketing and skincare marketing. And at this point, I worked on so many UGC projects already, and I had a great understanding of what audiences are actually looking for. But at the time, I was still at my corporate banking job, doing this side by side by each other. And I loved it. I was running my blog while working full time. I think the one thing that made me realize I wanted to start my social media marketing agency was when I was working with one of my food blog clients, and I was just doing a gifted collab for a food truck restaurant. And that video went viral. It was ballistic. I think it reached 500,000 views within the first 2 days. And I remember the owner messaging me saying, thank you so much for helping me. And after that, they had lines literally from the food truck outside onto the street. And they were saying, Rosie, I am so grateful. And they were getting repeated customers coming back. They were able to open a restaurant. And I thought to myself, no way. I helped them do that. What in the world is going on? And there were so many other times where I've worked with businesses, and I think I promoted a matcha bar as well. And I saw them post on their stories the next day because they were not doing well in the beginning. And then out of nowhere, they had an influx of customers coming in, and they weren't working with many influencers at the time. I think I was actually the first person they worked with, and they worked with someone else a few weeks later. And I was like, no way. If I can help make people's lives change in this manner, why not do it in a bigger scale? And just seeing the results from my work help people change their lives just makes me sit there and go, this is just amazing. And my heart is so warm. And I know everyone's journey is different, but to me, I feel like Estelledia is so important because I'm not just here doing marketing because it's glamorized, it's glitzy, it's fun. I'm really just here to help you grow your business at the end of the day. And a little fun fact about my business, Estelledia is actually two different words combined. Estelle for star and Edia is short for media, so Star Media. I'm helping your business shine just like a star. I know you're probably thinking that's a bit cringy, but that doesn't bother me. And I'm genuinely so passionate about this business, and I've worked with a bunch of clients throughout the last around 2.5 years now, and I'm so happy when I get to the point with clients where they say, I've grown X amount and thank you so much. I've had so many people come up to me and say, you've changed my life. I went from working in the spare room of my house or working in a little studio, renting a chair, to having my own place. It just warms my heart so much. It just makes me go, wow, I can't believe that happened. And that's what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to help people, and I feel like that's my life mission. But that's enough about me. Let's talk about why this journey matters and why I'm sharing this with you. The one thing I want a lot of people to understand is that getting into social media marketing doesn't have to be traditional. You don't have to go to school. When I go to networking events, they go, I want to do what you do. Social media friends that I make online, they're just like, I want to do this, but I don't have experience. I don't have the education. You make your own experience. You don't need an education. I taught myself everything that I know now. You don't need a fancy marketing degree. You don't need that corporate job or years of agency experience. You just need to pick up your phone, start making content, and that's it. All you need to do is start. I also want to talk about my advice for anyone that wants to get into social media marketing is just start. That's all you really need to do. And in the beginning, you're going to be cringe. A lot of the videos that I made when I first started UGC, they're gross. And I'm not saying that to put myself down, but it just happens. No one starts anything and they're perfect. If you do, congratulations, because you're probably a really special, rare person. And a lot of the videos that I thought were quote unquote aesthetic were not aesthetic at all. I look back and go, oh my gosh, your voice sounds so terrible. I remember making content and I would pretend to make this higher pitched voice sound more feminine, sound more girly. And here, this is like my authentic voice now, so you're stuck with this now. I'm just like, wow, girl, you sound so fake. And you have to do this. You have to start, and your content has to suck. Because if it doesn't suck and you don't fail, you don't make mistakes, then how do you learn from them? Whether you want to be a content creator or social media manager, you'll need a portfolio. And people go, I don't have experience, no one wants to hire me. I'm not from this background. You need to make your own experience. You need to use whatever products you have at home. You have a conditioner, you have toothpaste. People make UGC videos on anything. Get your camera out. Start filming, learn how to do scripting as well, doing voiceovers. Video format content, especially short form, is very big at the moment. Make sure you take advantage of that and just have fun, honestly. It's not that scary. It's not that stressful. I know most of us have imposter syndrome and we're just like, no, we can't do this. Please scrap that out of your mind, because if you keep thinking like that, you're manifesting that. I just want to share that my social media marketing journey didn't happen overnight. I wish it did. I'm not a trust fund baby. I had to work for it, but I also didn't work towards this in the manner that most people do. It literally just started from a simple beauty blog that turned into a foodie page, started doing UGC. I've always wanted to work online. And eventually that led to my marketing agency. Each step of my journey just gradually built more skills to where I am today. Sometimes the things that you do today seem really small. It's just like the book Atomic Habits. You keep working on those skills day by day. Your skills get so much better. They start building and snowballing into the career that you build in the future. If you made it this far, thank you so much for supporting this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.